Aloha YouTubers, the Doom 143, and man, finally I get to release my Hawaii haul. Let me get a couple of things out of the way. One, this is probably gonna be a long video. Sometimes I can be a little long-winded, and this is basically the stack that we're kind of dealing with today. Alright, so let's get into this haul. Like I said, I don't know if I said this already, but I was on the Big Island. I went to Hawaii, the island of Hawaii, not the state. And yeah, so I went to Hilo and Kona. So those are two towns on Hawaii. In Hilo, there's a comic shop, and man, pretty cool stuff, like good stuff. I was able to find some stuff there, but along the way there was also thrift stores, pawn shops, antique stores. And man, I had a blast just being like a hunter again. It felt really good just going into these places and seeing like those beat up boxes with comic books in them, and it's like, oh man, you never know what you're gonna get. So yeah, it was really fun. But the name of the comic shop that's in Hilo is called Enjoy Comics, and I don't think he has a web page. I know he has a Facebook. It's called Enjoy Comics on the Big Island. But yeah, I was able to find some great stuff. He has some great prices, and yeah, I was able to find a couple of gems. I'll get to that in a little bit. So yeah, basically this is going to be a long haul. So I'm just going to get into this, try to give as much detail as possible. Before we get into the Inferno, I have to thank my boy Spidey Fan. I saw him today, and we just went to the comic shop today. Just tried to grab some new stuff, you know, the Art Germ Robotech and the variant for Darth Vader 4. And he actually gave me this like a card. It has David Mack's signature on it. He knows I'm a huge David Mack fan as far as artist goes. Best watercolor in the business, in my personal opinion. Alright, let's do this. So Inferno #1, Adi Granoff, magic cover. Gorgeous magic cover. I've been wanting this book for a while, and I just wanted to make sure that I got it at the right price, and just kind of kept it on my follow list on eBay, and just kind of waited for that right price at the right grade. And I got a nice near mint copy for under $100. Could not be happier. Hard to find in the wild, definitely, but if you ever see this book and you can get a really nice price, especially under 75 or under $80, I say go for it, man. It's a great book. And once that what is that, New Mutants comes out, man, this book will probably start going back up. It went up, came down a little bit, settled down, but yeah, I think once Magic comes into the scene, this book is definitely going to start going back up again. My boy Master X Splinter, you know him, always finding stuff that a lot of us can't find. So I asked him, hey, are you willing to sell me one of your Spawn newsstands? He said sure, gave me a great price. Could not thank the guy anymore. Seriously, great guy, thank you. So we all know Spawn is, let me see if I could do this, coming out with a movie, not too sure, but yeah, this newsstands at one point, I think Raw was going for like $100, like selling easily for $100. Now it has come down, has settled down, but yeah, if you can find these Spawn #1 newsstands, the newsstands, that's the one you want. The only other two books you will want besides the Spawn 1 newsstand would probably be Spawn Black and White and the Malibu Sun 13. Those would probably be the only other two, but I would say those are two, and then this book is definitely #3. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't think anybody really cares about that Rust book for the Spawn. I have kind of like this little honey hole comic shop that I go to that's online, and I was able to find these next two books for $2 a piece. Vampirella and the Scarlet Legion, beautiful J. Scott Campbell cover, and I found this Vengeance of Vampirella #6, and that's a beautiful Adam Hughes cover. Super stoked to have found those. Alright, so like I said, I was in Big Island, Hilo, and I was able to find a lot of great books, and so I'll just go through them real quick because most of this is really current stuff, but I think for most of you guys that know me, you guys know I had to pick this one up. This is Batman 27. I simply picked it up for the rain cover. Tony Daniel killed it on this one. I love rain covers. Probably the biggest one that I'm definitely trying to get is the Peter Parker Spider-Man #1 Dynamic Force. Now that's a gorgeous rain cover right there, and that's the one I'm currently on the hunt for. Alright, and of course I had to pick this up. X-Men Blue with the Arthur Adams cover. Just a really gorgeous cover for, you know, there's only 2 reasons why I bought this cover. I'm sure you guys know. But what's better than those 2 reasons? Well, 8 reasons. So I bought 1, 2, 3, and yeah, about 4 of these. Probably just going to keep them. I think these look good. They'll probably go up in value a little bit later on, but I actually bought them because I think comics like this make awesome random acts of kindness. So if I ever have to do a random act of kindness or a trade or something like that, I always think like books like these always make really nice gifts. I'm not too sure why I bought this, but I'm just going to show it. Super Sons #4. This is the cover Bree. I know the Super Sons are still popular, which is super awesome. I think I just bought it just because of the whole heat in the moment kind of a thing. Joshua Middleton definitely has been one of the people on DC that has been doing awesome work, especially on the Aquaman stuff, especially on the early Aquaman stuff. This is the most recent one I picked up with Dolphin on the cover. Middleton definitely known for his NYX #3, of course. And he's actually done some other great covers as well, but more recently it's been all of this Aquaman stuff, and I think he's done one Batman with Poison Ivy on it. Some other stuff that I found there. Found this Catwoman #52 variant. This is the cover swipe of Catwoman 51, part of the 52. Yeah, Catwoman #1, that's part of the 52. So this is kind of like a cover swipe of that one. I found this Totally Awesome Hulk 19. I'm not too sure where this whole Weapon H thing is going to go, but you know what? It's always good to, if there is a first appearance of somebody, it's always good to try to pick up a copy. Unfortunately, I was only able to find the second print on this one, and I just picked up a couple of these just because I thought they were really cool covers. So this one is Totally Awesome Hulk 21. But the cool thing about this, and I actually gave this book a small read, it's actually the first appearance of Bobby Andrews. From what I read, I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it seems like Bobby Andrews is kind of a big deal with this whole Weapon H thing, and so yeah, we'll see where this comic really goes. Amazing Spider-Man 568 second print. Found this one. I think I got it for like $5. Just picked it up. Just a great cover. It's kind of cool how Spider-Man's ripping it up and it kind of exposing the whole anti-venom on the inside. I found this Lady One Mechanica sketch print. I think this is the one that I spent probably the most. I spent like $10 on this one, but I just thought it was a really nice. I hardly purchase any of these Mechanica stuff. Oddly enough, I was actually given 2 Lady Mechanicas as a random act of kindness, so that was really cool. Let me just get these out of the way real quick. So some other stuff that I found, like I said, mostly current stuff. If you guys know me again, you know I had to pick up the Trinity #11 because Bill Sienkiewicz did it. And again, you know, stuff like this I always feel make good random act of kindnesses and stuff, so I picked up not just 1, not just 2, but I picked up 3 copies of this. Again, all of this on that island in Hawaii. I was very surprised. I would think a lot of these books would have already been picked out, especially stuff like this. Bam. The Wonder Woman #25. This cover is probably the sexiest Wonder like I could stare at this, but it's after a while it gets kind of weird because she's staring right back at you. But yeah, I was surprised there actually was one still left in the boxes, and I was surprised this thing wasn't gone. But just Jenny Frison cover is just amazing. It is beautiful. It's amazing. I was talking to some of the boys in the 9.2 crew, and I was basically saying, if this Wonder Woman rebirth this Jenny Frison kind of collection goes off, like how the Adam Hughes Catwoman went off. I said this right here, this book right here, this is the Catwoman number 51. Do I think it's gonna go that crazy? I don't think so, but I think right now this is definitely the book, probably of the whole collection. And yeah, just great stuff. Found this Spider-Man 152. It's not even a variant, just a beautiful camel cover with Black Cat on it. Really doesn't go for much, about $8, but you know, if you like J. Scott Campbell and you know you don't want to pay for the big books, this is definitely one you could probably add to your collection. Spider-Man 152, just a great cover, man. You know, it's kind of funny. It's like this only goes for $8, not a big deal, maybe because of print run and whatnot. But I tell you, if they were to bring this one out right now and this was a variant, this would be like an easy $100 book. Like, you know it would be. But yeah, it is what it is. Found this Vampirella 28. Just a really sick cover. Just thought I like it. Perilla's been really kind of heating up lately. A lot of people has been getting into Perillo, mostly the fault of Big Rig and Aim High. But yeah, these Perilla covers are just gorgeous. I think Perilla's coming out with a Generations book. I saw it, didn't really dig it, but his old Vampirella stuff, what is that, Warlord of Mars or something like that, some of those are pretty sick as well. Speaking of sick covers, my god, check out this beautiful Aquaman 41. Simply bought it just for the cover. Maybe I could bring this thing a little closer. It's a little far, but it's a great cover, huh? Just beautiful. Absolutely love this cover. Doesn't go for much. Just a gorgeous Aquaman book, and had to pick this one up, man. All right, I've been on this Dave Stevens kick for like this little while. I don't know what happened. I basically what do you call it? I went to a comic shop here, and the comic shop owner, you know, he recognizes me, and he was asking, "Hey, you're into Dave Stevens, right?" And I was all like, "No, I don't know who that is." So he showed me some stuff, and immediately I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm on board. Definitely want to pick up this Dave Stevens stuff." Again, while I was in Hilo, I couldn't believe it. Planet Comics #1. Now, for some of you Adam Hughes fans, you can't say that this doesn't remind you of the Dirty Pair variant. Like, it's too reminiscent, right? And I actually kind of saw that through Triple C. So Triple C had this on his Instagram, where he had this one, and then he had the Dirty Pair right next to it. Ironically, I was actually looking for this book for the very same reason, and so yeah, if I'm on the same page with Triple C, I must be doing something right? But yeah, couldn't believe I found this. Super stoked to have got this Planet Comics #1. Just fucking gorgeous, like Dave Stevens stuff, man. Dave Stevens has some great covers. I just picked up more on eBay, and they're kind of cheap. Like some of the good ones, you can get them actually kind of on the like under $20, under $15. So they're really nice if you're, you know, like a cover guy like I am. Couldn't believe this. I found this on the Big Island. Boom. Eternal Warriors #4. Just could not believe I actually found this. And this is actually what grade is this? I don't know. It's good enough for me. But anyway, yeah, Eternal Warriors #4. Couldn't believe, like I said, it was just in the long boxes on the Big Island. Super stoked. Speaking of, well, I kind of feel like maybe I missed the boat on this one, as far as it being a flipper and whatnot. And I don't know what the significance of this is, but Deathstroke #19. This is part 3 of the Lazarus contract. If you go on eBay, some of these Deathstroke #19s are going for like $20 already. $20, and then on top of that, I found 2 of the cover B, and the cover B's are actually going more than the cover A's. As a pair like this, people are already asking $35. But if you look at the last couple of sales on this Deathstroke 19 for the cover B, I think it was like $10 and $3. So I don't know, maybe the $3 could have just been a fluke, and maybe it's still at about $10 to $15, but I couldn't believe I actually found them, like just hanging out, so super stoked to have found this. And yeah, man, Big Island, like I said, Big Island was pretty awesome. Just could not believe I found this stuff. Again, while I was in Hilo, couldn't believe I found this. Avengers Ultron Revolution number 11. Now I saw Strange X Blade show this, and I started cracking up because I was all like, that's kind of funny that he showed it. But that's pretty awesome. And yeah, if I'm showing books that Strange X Blade is showing, again, I must be on the right path. So pretty stoked about it. This is the first appearance of Kamala Khan in Disney XD. So I mean, it's a pretty cool book. Pretty happy to have it. I'm a huge Kamala Khan fan. Kamala Khan is the reason I actually got back into comic collecting. So when I first started, first started getting back into it, I went up to a comic shop and I was like, "Hey, I need a story that's like really popping right now, and I want 2 new characters that I can get into." So just so happened that Spider-Man had just died, quote unquote died, so that whole Superior Spider-Man thing was going on. And then he goes, "Oh, there's this new girl, there's a new Miss Marvel right now, and her name is Kamala Khan." And I said, "Okay, go ahead, give me that." And then he also introduced me to Deadpool as well. So ever since I got the Kamala Khan, I've been on like this huge Kamala Khan kick. And yeah, I had her number 1, very happy. But so that's basically why I picked this one up. I'm just a real huge fan for Kamala Khan, rooting her on. I think definitely down the line she's going to make a huge impact in Marvel. But while I was in Hilo, I was checking out eBay, and then eBay had this Captain Marvel 17 second print, and it was basically started off as like I think it was like a 99-cent bid. Now this book, I'll be honest, needs some TLC. It definitely needs a good old pressing, and there's like a small rip on the bottom that there's absolutely nothing I could do about. But I've been wanting to own this book for a while now, and you know, with the whole bidding starting at 99 cents, and nobody looked at it. It was on for like 5 or 6 days, and nobody put a bid down. And I'm assuming no one put a bid because of that little rip. But you know, I'm not gonna get too nuts over it. I know there's a rip, and then once it gets pressed, this book's just going to be in my PC anyway. Super stoked to have it. Now, this is the book. This one here, this one right here, this one right here. I couldn't fucking believe I found this. As soon as I show you guys this book that I found in Hilo, you guys are going to lose your mind if you guys know what this book is. Right? I know, right? Crazy. Wow. Talk about hard to find. Talk about hardly comes up on eBay. Talk about you probably hardly can even find this at conventions. And if you do, they're asking for some uku bucks. Yeah. Found this while I was on the Big Island. I don't even know what to say. I was just super stoked to have this. So, this is Captain Marvel number 14, the first appearance of Kamala Khan. And this is the very hard to find variant. Amanda Connor's cover. And this book is clean. I mean, it is pressed. And yeah. Just super stoked to have this in my collection, man. Now when it comes to Kamala Khan, I feel really good. Just yeah, I could not believe I actually got this. What a big book for me. Super stoked. Yeah, it's sometimes when you venture off and you travel, sometimes that's when you find some crazy books, man. I tell you what. Don't be afraid to travel and go outside your comfort zone. You'll never know what you find. And watch a lot of YouTube. Watch a lot of YouTube, because that's where you're going to learn everything. Alright. I also went to some thrift stores. Found some cool stuff. Nothing really crazy. Found this Marvel swimsuit special. The reason I picked this one up is because of Adam Hughes right down there. He actually did some stuff on the inside, which I thought was pretty cool. I think he even has a centerfold on this one. So I don't know if you can see that. There you go. That's an Adam Hughes. I just thought that was pretty neat. Just some early Adam Hughes stuff that I just thought was just pretty cool. So this thrift store was on the other side of the island in a town called Kona, and in Kona this antique store, thrift stores, everything was like $1. Like everything was $1. So yeah, I mean, they're not, you know, 9 point whatevers, but I just thought it was pretty cool. Found a still sealed up Wizard magazine that I thought was cool. Couldn't make up who the artist was. I think it's Kubert. At first I thought it was Campbell. Couldn't figure out who actually did this cover, but I think it's pretty much Kubert. Found this and I just bought it just because I couldn't believe it. I wasn't gonna leave it there for $1. This Submariner versus the Human Torch. This is number 44, I'm assuming, of the Submariner line. And you know, these guys, they always go at it back in the day. You know, this was an epic battle always between these two guys, Submariner and the Human Torch. So definitely wanted to pick that up. Just a great, you know, I guess this is considered, is this bronze or silver? This is probably more leaning towards a bronze. Didn't really get to check the date, but yeah, I found this too, Inhumans and the Black Widow. Again, I just picked it up just because it was $1, and you know, just something on a little older side. I guess you could say I rescued it. Didn't want to leave it there. You know, these things came with no bags, no boards. They were just kind of left in this box, and yeah, definitely stoked to have this. This one I thought was pretty interesting. So this book, I'm not too sure what year it is. It's a GI Combat number 194, and the reason I picked this up is because doesn't that guy remind you of Destro? Like, so of course this is way before GI Joe, and so I kind of looked on the inside, and it's basically they metallicize. I don't know, what is it called? They put metal on this fucking guy's face and his body. Metallized, there we go. Metallized this guy, and I saw this, I'm like, Dad, this guy looks like Destro, and I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. I have to save it. It was too corny for me not to pick it up. Found this Seduction of the Innocent, another great Dave Stevens cover, again for $1. This is a book where I thought the antique shop owner was going to catch me. So basically what I did is I was like, hey, do you have any comic books? And he's like, yeah, it's right over here in this box. He kind of walked me to the box, and then this was the first book I saw. I picked it up, and immediately I said, oh shit, Dave Stevens. And then he started looking at me and he goes, oh, so you know your comics? And I'm all like, oh no, I just like cover art. And he's all like, oh, okay. Well, anyway, this box, everything's $1. So I was like, okay, cool. But this is the book I couldn't believe I found. It doesn't really go for that much. But again, I picked it up for $1 at this antique store on the other side of the Big Island. And yeah, just had to have it. You know, it's definitely not in a really clean condition at all. As you can tell, my wall is white, and this is definitely not white. This is Hulk 272. This is second appearance of Rocket Raccoon, and I just wasn't gonna leave it there for $1. I picked this up on eBay. I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why I picked this up. I do like the Lotto, and I think this is a pretty cool variant, but now that I think about it, I'm not really too sure why I picked it up. Maybe just the cover art, just a cover guy in me just saw like, oh, cool cover, go picked it up. I picked it up under $100, which is probably what it goes for. Maybe later down the road I could use this for trade bait, but I really do like the Lotto's work, and I don't see this pop up too often. So yeah, this is Avengers Assemble number 10. By the way, if you're looking for some hot variants, check out the Avengers Assemble variants. There are some great variants in this whole Avengers Assemble. Alright, so the last stack of books, if you watch my Lord of the Long Box video that I did, you probably already seen these, but I thought I'd just show them off officially. These are my San Diego Comic-Con books that I picked up. Of course, I didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con, but I saw some stuff that I wanted, just went on eBay and just paid whatever the price. It wasn't too bad compared to what I bought it for versus what they're going now. Technically I'm still in the green, so but anyway, most of these are on my PC. I kind of wanted this Wonder Woman foil for number 26. Kind of didn't want it. It's actually a really nice cover, and Gal Gadot just, sorry about that glare, but Gal Gadot just looks gorgeous in this thing. The top loader is kind of giving that scratchy look, so sorry about that. But yeah, just kind of happy to have this. I know her past two photo variants did pretty well on the market, so yeah, definitely picked that one up. I really wanted this Edge of Venomverse pack. This one I got signed. I had a boy at San Diego Comic-Con. I told him, hey, this is what I want. Can you get it signed for me? So yeah, hooked me up with that. So this is the Edge of Venomverse number 1. The beautiful Greg Horn Venom, just freaking awesome. Like, this is such a sick cover. There's also the Virgin of that one. Very happy to have that one. Again, just it is sick, man. Like, my son and my wife actually hates these covers because it looks quote unquote spooky, but I love it. The art on this is just incredible. This is probably my favorite one out of the 4. This is the white one, and I'll try to put this up front and just look at the detail on this stuff. It's just crazy, man. Even the background added some birds, some lightning, some dark clouds. Like, this Greg Horn cover is just magnificent. Even the muscle detail on this I don't know what you would call this, but this Venom is just crazy. But the reason I wanted to pick up the pack was for this. I really had to have this cover. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to have it. There's no way around it. I have to have it. So I had to have the pack. And like I said, if you watch my Lords of the Long Box, you probably already saw it. Alright, whoo! Another long haul. Got through that one. Cool. I actually have some books already getting ready for my next haul, believe it or not. The reason I kind of set that off on the side is because in the next haul that I have, it's actually books that pertain to the upcoming movies that are coming up, and maybe what you guys can be kind of looking for if you want. Now, most of the books in my next haul, the prices are kind of already adjusted to basically what, you know, the whole spec already came out already. So these aren't books. I'll talk about it in the next haul, but basically it's not books to seek out if I talk about them. It's if you can find them out in your LCS for cheap, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. Alright, thanks for sticking it out, guys. Hope you enjoyed the haul. I had fun in Hawaii, and when I say Hawaii, I meant the island again. Had a great time, and yeah, just picked up some crazy awesome books. That's pretty much about it. To the rest of the community, shoots and mahalos. Boop 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 boop. Shoots.